On today's Top 10, we're looking into the top 10 reasons Meghan Markle and Prince Harry are broke. Starting off with number 10, as a royal and someone with a solid acting career, it is interesting to see this royal couple ranked as D-list celebrities. That's right, not even the royals can hang. Am I the only one who finds it crazy that as royals these two aren't even A-list? Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are not yet considered A-list celebrities since they still haven't been invited to Barack Obama's 60th birthday, according to a royal expert. The former US president turned 60 in August, but their absence from his milestone celebration appears to be a telling sign that the Sussexes aren't as famous as they'd perhaps like to be. Speaking at the Henley Literary Festival, royal biographer Tina Brown said it's not very pleasant to be a D-list celebrity who for them doesn't have enough money. It's a wholly different game to be with those super rich people. Regardless of the reasons they made their decision to leave, it was hard to see this once loved couple set themselves up to become one of the most problematic and hated people. That is an insane way to change your life. In number 9, it was a known fact that many did sympathize with the Sussexes' complaints about their cold reception in Britain and a few royal protocols that did not sit well with them. But their latest accusations against the palace and the press feel wild and over the top, which is not doing them any favors in the opinions polls either. According to sources, the Sussexes are now among the most unpopular public figures in Britain. I know, shocking, right? The couple have a net rating of -26. Harry's ratings, according to YouGov, have crashed by 13 points since the documentary to -26, while Meghan's are reaching -39. The only royal who was more disliked than both is Prince Andrew. Meanwhile, William and Catherine, the Prince and Princess of Wales, enjoy net ratings of +62 and +57, respectively. Props to them. Fox News columnist Lee Cohen suggested Meghan and Harry are on track to be more hated than the Duke of Windsor and Wallis Simpson. Cohen said, like the Windsors before them, the Sussexes have fallen out of favor in Britain for their indecorous behavior. But while the Duke of Windsor let his people down by being irresponsible, he and his wife did not seek the spotlight in any meaningful way, nor did they exist as the Sussexes seem to, hell-bent to destroy the monarchy. Harry didn't seem to have any problems throwing his brother, father, and even grandmother, the recently departed Queen, under a big red double-decker London bus. But can you blame him? Not since Princess Diana, Harry's mother, gave her infamous interview in 1995 in which she explosively revealed, "There were 3 of us in this marriage, so it was a bit crowded. Has someone tried to cause this much damage to the royal family?" In number 8, the attempts to portray Meghan as the innocent victim who gave up her life to be a multi-millionaire royal duchess living in a $15 million mansion fell short of what they were hoping for, that Harry and Meghan need to leave this country to avoid tragedy. After the release of their Netflix docuseries, are we really surprised to find out that this couple may have made matters worse for themselves? I mean, you're asking for attention at this point. To start, the point of this doc was probably to show them as victims of some tragedy, but when their lies were starting to become exposed, a whole lot of people started looking at this couple differently. Because at that point, it's like, what exactly are you making a 6-part series for if the things mentioned in it are not credible? According to the series, Meghan was shocked to discover that joining the royals wasn't like the Princess Diaries. Now there's a surprise. She claimed she had gotten no lessons in etiquette, wasn't taught to curtsy, and was caught off guard when she had to do so at a surprise first meeting with the late Queen Elizabeth II. Like someone give Meg the royal lessons. This contradicts reports that the Queen suggested Sophie, the Countess of Wessex, might be able to help her ease into royal life. So who here is lying? Given the deep rift between Buckingham Palace and the Sussexes, there won't be any royal talking head in the series, not even Princess Eugenie, the one member of the firm the Sussexes are still on good terms with. Vogue editor Edward Enninful isn't involved in the project despite being on good terms with the couple, it has been claimed. Apparently, Meghan and Harry, the 5th in line to the throne, were surprised there was a hierarchy within the monarchy. As someone who's been part of a long line of royals, their shock at how the monarchy works is pretty comical, because what do you mean it's shocking that there is a hierarchy? Let's be serious for 1 second, Harry and Meghan. It makes this couple look kind of pathetic because you claim you want to live a more normal private life, and while I agree that no one should have their privacy invaded, doing all that just for a more controlled media narrative where you can be in charge of the story just to get caught for lying is just a little embarrassing. What do you guys think? Moving into number 7, their humble cottage. When Meghan and Harry left the royal family, they really left. Now they have settled in LA with no regards to living up to that lifestyle. In Montecito, where they live in their $14 million mansion, is a humble cottage compared to what these other people have. I mean, 14 million is still a lot, but anyway. Word on the street is that Harry's tell-all biography may never be published. Even though they've taken all this money and Harry has made this book deal where he's supposed to spill everything about his horrible life as a royal, he might be having second thoughts because he understands there is no way back if he publishes it. Better think long and hard about this one, Harry. Royal biographer Tina Brown stated that the window is beginning to close, but always thought at some point a deal would be made and Charles would have to pay back the advance to stop Harry from writing this book. Brown was one of the last people to see Diana before she passed away at a lunch in New York in the summer of 1997. When asked what advice she'd believed Diana would have given to her son if she were alive today, Brown said the princess would have advised him to return to the family fold. Didn't see that coming. What do you think Harry should do? Comment down below. In number 6, it's pretty obvious that Prince Harry will not become king now. Even though the chances were already slim after stepping down, it is most definitely out of the question that we'd see this couple earn the royal titles as King and Queen of England. Damn, y'all really dropped the bag. After creating a lot of drama which led to a lot of backlash, the surprising news was followed by a statement addressing why they will no longer be using their titles and walking away. To summarize it, they wanted to transition into a progressive role and work to become financially independent while continuing to support the Queen from a distance. After their bold and controversial statement, they received a substantial sum from King Charles to help make their transition easier, but the funding stopped in the summer of 2020. Damn, you guys got cut off just like that? Now that they've been cut off from any financial support from the royals, the lavish lifestyle might be a little harder to keep up with. 5th on today's top 10, remember when Meghan used to act? She may say she has retired, but all the drama that has been following her ironically seems like an act in itself. The most LA thing to do, Meghan now hosts a podcast called Archetypes, where she's joined by other famous guests such as Mariah Carey, Serena Williams, and Paris Hilton. Okay, but she's still a D-lister? That's kind of embarrassing. She used to run a successful lifestyle blog, The Tig, which she shut down after getting engaged. The blog made her an estimated $80,000 a year from sponsorships and endorsement deals. Okay, I see you, Meg. Back when the couple made the decision to leave, Meghan signed a voiceover deal with Disney and a contribution of her salary was given to wildlife charity Elephants Without Borders. Meghan's net worth before retiring was around $5 million, making $50,000 each episode for her role on Suits and a combined $360,000 from her roles in the movies she'd done back in 2010. Back when she was still living at the palace, the royals suggested that she shouldn't need to give up her acting career fully, but she insisted on leaving. From Hollywood to royal and now just hated by the public, that's a huge downgrade. I wonder if she regrets that move or if she would ever consider picking up where she left off. Do you see Meg going back to acting? Let me know in the comments. Counting down to number 4, Harry was stripped of his military titles, spending a lot of his life serving in the military to losing the title passed on to him from his grandfather Prince Philip. Another role he will no longer serve is as Commodore-in-Chief for small ships and diving in the Royal Navy. I think we can agree that's probably for the best. Meghan had to surrender her patronage of the National Theatre, but is able to keep her small private patronages which offer coaching to unemployed women. Harry will also be able to keep a number of private patronages, including for a sporting competition for wounded service personnel that he had founded. So essentially, they didn't lose everything, but it sure seems like it. For one, their reputation is damaged. They don't have the support of a lot of people in the UK, and after their docuseries, Americans also feel a way about this couple. So really, it does sound like they keep digging themselves a deeper hole. Tina Brown has made comments about Meghan's house hunting and said that they live in a humble cottage compared to their neighbors. The Duchess is looking into purchasing another home, not as bougie as the ones owned by super rich A-listers like Oprah Winfrey or Elon Musk. Apparently, Meghan and Harry's estimated net worth is about $22 million, compared to Tyler Perry, who hosted the royal couple while they were moving to the US, has an approximated net worth of $880 million. So in comparison, the royal couple are Hollywood poor. Damn, y'all are broke. I'm just kidding, but damn, they aren't even fitting in Hollywood. Coming down to number 2, Trademark Drama. Following their decision to step down, the palace announced that the couple's personal foundation, Sussex Royal, the foundation of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, was not allowed to use the term Sussex Royal. Damn, they said you cannot have the clout. After the trademark applications were removed, they did release a statement saying that they do not intend to use the term royal after their transition in the spring of 2020. But of course, there was a lot of back and forth because they were not allowed to have the term Sussex Royal anymore. I mean, what did you expect, Harry and Meg? You aren't working royals, so it wouldn't even make sense to have that term in the name of your foundation. Just like most of the royal drama we've been discussing, this one is really juicy because the late queen was pretty disappointed that the couple was bringing all this unnecessary and unwanted attention to the family. Well, to say the least, the queen was not pleased with them. If you piss off the queen, you should definitely be careful of what your next moves are going to be. Like, come on guys, if you want no attention, don't do so much to get it. Last but not least, number 1 on our list. Let's summarize everything this royal couple has lost on their way out of the palace. We already know they have not been receiving any royal funds. As working royals, they used to receive 95% of their annual income from Harry's father. That's an insane bag to fumble, but somehow they managed to not only lose that, but much more. Their security arrangements were also taken back. They lost a lot of their royal titles, the support of their family, and even fans who were once sympathetic to their situation. They were unable to keep the Frogmore Cottage, which was gifted by the late queen when they got married, which they offered to repay after they had stepped down. Not to mention, they lost respect from a lot of people who looked up to them during their time as royals. Their reputation has become very questionable after the allegations that have come out about them lying in the Oprah interview and their docuseries. Their ratings just keep on dropping. Yikes. Anything else I missed? Do we think this couple is digging their own grave? As hard as it clearly seems for this couple to stay in the shadows, that might be their best bet for now. But then again, how else would they plan on making their money if they aren't finding all these easy cash grabs, which are in turn ruining their reputation? I guess we'll find out if Harry decides to continue exploiting the royal family by making another project about the family. That's all for today's top 10. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment your own thoughts on Harry and Meghan. I'll catch you next time on The Rich Life.